Hi guys, Rob from Rob's Model Cars and welcome back to the channel. We're back again today with a new model review, and what I have here is BBR's brand new diecast F1 car. Now this is the Ferrari SF71-H and this is the winning car from the 2018 Melbourne F1 Grand Prix, won by Sebastian Vettel. So this model does come on a leather base and a plexiglass display case option as well, but this time I chose just to buy the diecast model. Now it does come in this BBR white sleeve. If we pull that off, this is their diecast range of boxes, a little bit of Ferrari and BBR branding on there. Now if we open this up, the model comes in a foam shell instead of the leather base and plexiglass display case. So being as that I display my F1 models up here without bases, I wanted to save a little bit of money this time and just buy it this way. Now this is the model we're going to review today. You can see Seb's hand up as he crossed the finish line for victory, and I was at the actual race in Melbourne last year and had some fantastic seats right near the start finish line and watched Seb win the race. I actually have put a video on YouTube of the finish and some highlights of that race and all the GT cars that were at the event as well, so be sure to go and check out that video. But this is going to be the review for today. Now this is a die-cast model. It does have some plastic parts on it as well, but it is a really detailed F1 car, and it's the first one in my series with the new Halo device. So a bit weird to look at these models when they first came out with the Halo, but we're so used to it now after a year with them. So anyway, I'll unscrew this off the foam base, we'll put it on the turntable and we'll have a closer look at this new die-cast Ferrari F1 car from BBR Models. Okay, so here we have this awesome looking SF71H from the 2018 Melbourne Formula 1 Grand Prix. Now as I mentioned earlier, this is the first Ferrari car in my collection with the new Halo. Still takes a little bit of getting used to the look of it. I don't know how they drive really with this centre support through the middle, but they seem to be doing fine, very adaptable to these new cars. But I think BBR's done a really good job of this model. There's lots of little details that I'm still discovering with this model, and it's quite a surprise. Now this one was on the BBR model store was €167, I think, from memory. Now that may have been with my MyWay Club discount as well. But yeah, if you want to buy it like this and not on the leather base and plexiglass display cover, it's around that price. But yeah, overall it is die-cast, so there is quite a bit of a weight to it. It's not as heavy as some of the older die-cast cars, but it is a Formula 1 car, so there's not a lot to it compared to a road car. Now we'll start with the paintwork. Paintwork is really excellent on this model car. Super shiny, great decal application everywhere. It's got a lot of decal work all over it, and the details are quite good. So let's start at the front of the model. Now these front wings in F1 just get more and more crazy as the years go on. Have a look at all these vertical fins, extra little aero adjustments. It really has got a lot of detail in the front of that. Now I think that part is plastic and the main body is die-cast. Suspension arm detail is really quite good, and you do have your little carbon air brake ducts here as well. Camera, piezo tubes, some communication aerials on the top. More detail in behind the rear wheel here, more carbon fibre, lots of little separate little delicate aero pieces there to flow the air through, more little fins here. You've got these big side blades that come down here as well with other little aero hook pieces underneath. Really are crazy the amount of aero on these cars. Now the back is shaped quite nicely. You have this big The floor is just plastic here, but it's got a carbon-like texture on it, and that leads to the back of the car. You've got this sort of shark fin here. You've got this little TV antenna style aero aid there before the rear wing, and then you've got the rear wing also, which is pretty crazy, not as crazy as the front wing. This does have a working DRS flap on the back, which is cool, like their last model. Quite a lot of little cuts and flutes and everything in that rear wing. It's quite impressive. But it's nice in the back here because this is obviously a turbocharged car. We've got some brass pipes in here for the exhaust outlet and the turbos. So that is a really nice little piece in there. They're a sort of a goldy colour, which is nice. And then you've got your rain light at the back as well, and the continuation of the rear floor with the diffusers. Now there is a little bit of detail on the floor of the model as well. So from the front wing all the way through to the back of the car. Really quite impressed with the model. I think it looks fantastic. And I like to have a little bit of a progression of models from the F1 cars. So I've got Michael Schumacher's F1 car from 2003 all the way through Kimi Raikkonen, Fernando Alonso and Sebastian Vettel. So yeah, the rest of the detail is in the interior. So we've got Seb's famous helmet in here, and he has his raised hand as well because he won the race. So as he crossed the finish line, the hand was in the air for victory. There's quite a bit of detail on the steering wheel. Not sure whether you can see that. But yeah, it's nice to have a driver in the car and the hand in the air. As I say, it's quite special, this model, to me because I was at the actual race and I watched him cross the finish line. So definitely wanted to add this one to the collection. And yeah, really happy with it. Now they've done a great job on the tyres. They really do look like roughed in slick tyres, quite worn, they're quite smooth. The wheels do rotate as well. Rear wheels rotate too, they're on the same axle. Good job on all the tyre markings, the Pirelli tyre markings, and good job on the wheels as well with the centre lock nut. So overall, I think it's a great looking Ferrari F1 model. I'm glad BBR are still making these, and I'm glad they're making them in die-cast as well, because if they were resin they'd be a bit more delicate with all the little fins and aero aids and things like that. But overall, I really like it. It's a great addition to the collection, and not too expensive to buy either. Now that Hot Wheels Elite is gone and they don't make Ferraris anymore, no Ferrari model cars or F1 cars are being made by anyone else that I think, other than BBR. So if you want to keep keeping the Ferrari F1 cars in your collection, then these BBR ones are the only ones to get. And look, the detail is really, really good, and I'd really highly recommend this model as well. I think they've done a great job, and for the money, tons of detail as well. So that's basically it for today's review of this BBR Ferrari SF71-H. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do. Don't forget to smash that like button. Feel free to share the videos also, and don't forget to follow me on social media as well. So stay tuned to the channel. We've got plenty of more builds this year, plenty more model reviews on the way, and until next time, thanks for watching Rob's Model Cars.